where we help you make the most of your assets.
No matter how little you have to work with.
Or how much.
Today we're looking at a very serious health issue, aren't we, Olivia?
We certainly are, Darcy.
Yes, ladies. This might look like a harmless triple brandy cocktail followed by an absinthe and tequila chaser.
But to your hips and bum, these are a Molotov cocktail just waiting to explode.
And quite frankly, who wants to go boom?
Oh! Suicide bombers.
Yes, binge drinking causes
High blood pressure.
infertility,
Heart disease.
cirrhosis,
Degrading sexual encounters. Leading to a disastrous marriage, and within a year he can barely disguise his disgust for you. He no longer sees a feisty little hellcat, but a frumpy breeding cow with saggy tits and a fat arse. What? It happens!
but even worse than all this, fact! Alcohol makes you fat! A single glass of Merlot contains 80 calories.
Exactly the same as a bread roll.
But let's face it, you're a single mum, your career's in freefall. What does it matter if you knock back a couple of glasses?
Or bottles.
Yes, or bottles.
A night.
Yes, it can happen to anyone.
So, next time you're tempted to pour yourself a cheeky top-up, just think of a granary bap nestled in your glass and you'll soon be backing off.
But that's not all. What also happens when you've had a few too many?
I put on a pair of pink stilettos and throw myself at my husband, Peter.
Oh, I might try that.
Well, you can have my husband, but you can buy your own shoes. I'm serious.
And what about you ladies who haven't managed to entice a steady chappie as yet? Does this sound familiar? It's the end of a big night out. Your mates have bundled you into the back of a minicab and somehow 4 hours later you've woken up in your neighbour's rockery wondering where you've left your knickers and why there's a burning sensation in your front and back bottom.
Remember, ladies, drink makes you vulnerable to an attack.
From the binge drink munchies. That curry at the start of the evening was a bad decision, but asking the minicab driver to pull over so you could have a cheeky shish to help you sober up was even worse.
Then, when you do get home, you rustle up a pepperami and cheese string toasty before passing out on your kitchen floor, cradling my bottle of cooking sherry.
So, how do we stop this cycle of abuse?
Well, my tip is to only drink on special occasions, so birthdays, New Year, or when Peter remembers he's married to someone with a vagina.
My tip would be to go for a more expensive tipple. That way you may be inclined to drink less. So for me that would be a bottle of Cristal or a few ordinary... Well, I've heard you can pick up a half-decent bottle of Chablis for $8.99.
Really?
Apparently.
Finally, I always like to think of my grand's advice. Men don't make passes at girls who fill glasses. With more than 5 pints, 3 G&Ts and a tequila sunrise.
Isn't that how you met your Peter?
No, that's how I met Crazy Gary. I met Peter in rehab.
Join us next week when we'll be discussing smoking during pregnancy.
It's good for you.
Tobacco means smaller babies.
And smaller babies means no unsightly stretch marks.
Don't forget to enter this week's competition and you could win 5 fabulous nights in Barbados.
Just answer this simple question. What would make you more drunk? A or B?
Lines close in 2 years' time. Hotel and travel not included.